My name is Felice and I'm the happy Star Wars guy. And today we are going to talk about Revenge of the Sith. Since we've kind of gone through all the movies, and I plan on going through A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. And I suppose when I do Empire Strikes Back I'll wear the same shirt since it's Empire Strikes Back themed. Anyway, and I'm sure my wife got this for me at Hot Topics. But Revenge of the Sith. I really like Revenge of the Sith for a lot of reasons. I like that we get to see more of the Clone Wars. We get to see more of what happens. The hunt for Grievous is really interesting, and I love that ObiWan gets to go and finally confront Grievous and take him out, kill him. And I love how the movie has a sequence of different stories, different scenes that have this nice continuity for a story. We're going back and forth, what's going on, what's happening. And I like that story, that method of storytelling that George Lucas did in this one. I really love the battle scene that we get to see when, as tragic as it is, I enjoy seeing the clones take out each Jedi. Not that I'm against the Jedi. I love the Jedi. They're awesome. I actually think I would be considered a gray Jedi because I think both have some really interesting ideologies about the Force abilities and the Force in general, and we'll talk about that some other time. But I like getting to see other worlds. I think that is really cool. I think that watching episode 1, 2, and 3 again the last couple of weeks has really made me appreciate what George Lucas really wanted us to see. And I think the point was not just a storyline of how Skywalker rose, fell, and all that. The dynamic of a hero turning tragic hero. I think that the storyline overall was done well. I think that we get to see a lot of the Star Wars universe that we had not been able to see before, because it was all either on a Death Star or on a Millennium Falcon or Yavin 4 or another ship. And in Revenge of the Sith, we really get to see a lot more planets out there in the universe, and to me that's really cool and exciting and engaging. One of the things that I did not actually like about the movie were there were a handful of scenes where it just seemed Hayden Christensen didn't do as good of a job as he could have done, I think. I don't know. I just, some of the acting, I will admit, was not really spot on. It was a little, really, is that how you would act? But you know what, benefit of the doubt. Overall, great movie. And I think one of the best parts is actually at the end, where Obi-Wan and Anakin fight, or rather Darth Vader now. That was an incredible scene. It was really, and to me, the fun part of watching Star Wars is watching these lightsaber duels, because to me that's really exciting, which is why Return of the Jedi is probably one of my favorite of the original trilogy, because of the lightsaber duel. And I know Empire Strikes Back has it, and we'll talk about that as well, but maybe it's just my age. Return of the Jedi was the first one that I really, really remember, even though I had seen the other ones to get me excited about Return of the Jedi. But anyway, I'm digressing. Revenge of the Sith. The Revenge of the Sith was the duel between Obi-Wan and Anakin was really just excellent. It I think truly embodied this like tension between master and apprentice, and this tension between respect and finally it unleashed, and Obi-Wan realized what he had to do in order to save the galaxy, so he thought, was to take out Darth Vader. So he nobly does that. However, we know that Darth Vader continued to live because Palpatine, or Darth Sidious, or Emperor Palpatine, however we want to talk about him now, decided that he felt Anakin was in trouble. So he went to Darth Vader's side to rescue him. So he rescues Darth Vader, and that's where we get the true nature of Darth Vader unleashed, where we get this man and machine put together. And that, in and of itself, is super cool. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have the Lego set of this turning of Darth Vader because it's so cool. That is one of my favorite scenes in Revenge of the Sith, and to me it's really exciting. And I mean, overall, Revenge of the Sith, we get the action scene where Anakin takes out Dooku and has that little conflict, but we watch and get a glimpse of Palpatine influencing Anakin's direction by saying, "Kill it, do it." And so, with that being said, I think Revenge of the Sith, in its own right, was a great movie. It was a great continuity and a bridge, and as we know, there are other storylines that continue. One of the other really cool things about this movie is we get to see Chewbacca, and we get to see Kashyyyk, which we really only have gotten to see in the holiday special of Star Wars, which came out way back when, in I think 1978, the holiday special of Star Wars came out, and we got to see a little bit of other Wookiees. We got to see Chewbacca's family, and it was, I know a lot of people think it's one of the worst things ever made, but I'm sure I'll make a video and talk about how I think it's really fun. It was the first introduction to Boba Fett in the little mini cartoon series, so let's chill out. The holiday special brought us something really cool. But anyway, I think that having Chewbacca in that storyline was really cool. It also raises a lot of questions. Of course, C-3PO, R2-D2, Chewbacca, they were all there in the fall of Anakin Skywalker, yet nobody mentions anything. However, we know in Revenge of the Sith, okay, I'm drawing a blank right now. We know that C-3PO and R2-D2's memories were wiped. How well they were wiped, I think, is what we're going to find out in Rise of Skywalker, which we talked about last week. I talked about last week. But with that being said, overall, I love the continuity of the character arc. I love bringing in some of those other connections that we had no idea existed, and to me that was really exciting. Again, to see Chewbacca and Yoda, hang out, and to have Yoda say, "Me and the Wookiees are really tight, so I'm going to go hang out with them and help them with their battle." That was awesome. So anyway, Revenge of the Sith, overall, a great movie. I love getting to see Coruscant just flourish and be destroyed, and to watch the struggle between good and evil, and honestly, I really like the politics in it, and call me crazy, but I love the tension between good and evil, and what good politics stands for and what bad politics stands for in a democracy. And I'm not going to go too far into it because I know politics is a touchy subject, but I really appreciate the fact that Star Wars brings our reality into a reality that is science fiction and just kind of far out there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy Happy Guy, excited about Star Wars. Anyway, with that being said, I look forward to sharing more thoughts with you in my joys of Star Wars in the videos to come. And next week, of course, the only thing I can do is work on A New Hope. But after that, we'll have an opportunity to review the first episode of Mandalorian. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about Disney Plus bringing The Mandalorian and other options to us. So have a great week. May the Force be with you.